to you. I hope you're well wherever you are. And now is the time, whatever you're doing, just stop. Come on now. You know you just got to stop. You got to relax. You're going to get to that time now. You just put your feet up with a nice cup of coffee. Nice cup of coffee. Because in the Cafe Clairvoyance here, that's what we do. We just relax. That's right. So if you've had a bit of a tenuous day, don't worry. Here's the time now just to unwind, enjoy, and just feel that now is the time to just feel peace. And I think really what we need to do is start off the show with a bit of intro. See you in a mo. So, how are you all out there? Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Action-packed show tonight. What's action-packed? Probably laughter, mishaps, fun, and adventure. I'd say is probably what's in store. Loads of laughter, loads of funniness, because we like doing that. We like to. Well, why make it too serious? Anyway, so how are you? Well, at the moment, don't mind me saying here. I tell you what, you look well. You do. I don't know what your neighbours think. I don't know what your other half thinks, but I think you look well. In fact, you're looking gorgeous. Okay, anyway, on with the show. Right, okay, so this is Cafe Clairvoyance. If you've never been on the show before, that is a show you could just peacefully relax, just enjoy the banter, and just say hello to everybody. Nice to see so many people coming online already. Hello, Deb from London. Karen Canavan here is here. Hello there, Karen, as is Joe Gardner, as is Susanna. So you're all such friendly people, such lovely, lovely people. Anyway, and also Laura's from Norfolk. Hello, Norfolk. Hello, Norfolk. Okay, so how's your day been? Has it been a good day or one of those funny days? Funny days here. Well, this is sometimes what happens. Don't we have odd days here? Kerry wants to say hello. She's coming in from YouTube. And Helen Graham is also coming in from Suffolk. So all over the place. So it's lovely to see you guys there. Anyway, so if you've had one of those funny days, then sometimes there's a reason behind it, especially when we look up there towards the planets, what they're doing. The moon has been going through the revolutionary sign of Aquarius, which is about looking forwards, looking outwards, like wanting to bring out the bigger picture and be, hey, I want to go and explore. But it's been making a difficult angle over to Uranus in Taurus, which has just been saying here, no, you're not going to do that. It's not going to be like that. And you're going, I can imagine you're going here going, but I want to go do this, want to go and do that. And Uranus is just going, no, sorry, no. And one of the reasons why it says no here, because Uranus is a very sign of change. Whatever it is the moon is doing, going through Aquarius, he wants to revolutionize things here. Uranus often changes the mode or direction. So first of all, you're thinking, I've got great plans for today. And sometimes you may have found your plans changed, or they stopped, or something weird happened. Anyway, well, this is all about that show about weirdness anyway. Well, we call it natural. Other people outside probably call it weird. Anyway, so it's lovely to see you anyway. So Eleni says hello. Denise says hello. Hello, Denise. And so does Julie Pierce. And so does Cheryl. Cheryl says, hi, Phil and Deb. So a very, very good evening to you all. And hope you are all well. In fact, let's give you all a little bit of a round of applause. And I was actually speaking to Sammy, who's the musical producer for Cafe Clairvoyance, and he just wanted to leave a little note.
Hi, this is Sammy. I'm the musical director for Cafe Clairvoyance, and I really enjoy watching the shows. Thank you so much, Phil and Deborah. Bye.
That's very nice of him just to drop by there. Very, very nice. He just wanted to say a little hello. He's actually coming on the show again in July. Last time he was on the show, we had a phenomenal response from you guys out there, the public. And I daren't even tell you how many people came on, but it was a huge amount and it was lovely to see. Okay, what else is going on you guys may be interested in? Okay, coming up in July the 4th is this. I'll put that across there, just put it across. Spiritual Mediumship. Okay, it's a 6-week development course, which is online. We're going to use Zoom. So anybody's interested there, just give us a shout. It's on a Saturday. It starts at 10:30 in the morning in the EU, or 9:30 for you guys in the UK, or if you're somewhere else, whatever the time zone is for you. It's a 2-hour session, and it will bring everything along here that you wanted to learn through spiritual mediumship. And we're all learning together and in the comfort of your own homes. How's that? You can't get better than that now, can we? And the information is on the Cafe Clairvoyance Facebook page. It's also on cafeclairvoyance.com, and it's going to be on other social. It's also on Instagram and a couple other places as well. But more we go along there, more the information comes out. But I hope you guys, if you're interested in that, then along. It'd be great to see you. We have a great, lively time in you, rather than just sort of saying hello to everybody through your seeing your names on the screens. You actually put, oh, so that's what Cherry Nick. That's what you look like. Colin Gilda. That's what you look like. So it's good to sort of say hello to everybody. Anyway, the producer says, just take that off the screen there. The producer says, Cafe Clairvoyance Tuesday Spiritual Show, 16th of June, is with Chris Bullock, our special guest. In fact, I'm just going to put a little tune up about him because he's a fabulous chap, and he's a musician of many talents, and this is one of his. He's absolutely fascinating, he's absolutely brilliant guy. I'm sure you'll enjoy this show, but that's going to be next Tuesday. So how many of you guys there were headbanging? I hope you were, because we all were here back in the studio headbanging away to that. In fact, on the way lines here, I can see Helen there headbanging away as well. Up there in the north of England, in Widnes. Anyway, so no further ado, really, I don't think. And just a couple of shout outs. Just let you know here, shout out for a charity here, which is Helen Davis and Spread Some Sunshine. This is a charity is helping villages in need in Sri Lanka. Very nice. In fact, I think she's also talking about doing some particular events over there as well, which us will may be interested in. And tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. in Spain or EU, and 10 a.m. in the UK is the astrology show with my good friend Guillermo. In the meantime, she comes from the north of England. She has a strange accent, but her spiritual connections are outstanding. You'll notice tonight she has that certain glow about her. So I think it's time we need to introduce the one, the only, the most wonderful Helen Grady.
Hiya.
Hello, why have you come down here? Your image, for some particular reason, is tiny. Hang on, I'm just going to bring you up here. I think it's because you're on a... Can I make it bigger there? This is interesting. Can you see us there? We're on a tiny screen.
Well, I'm at the top and you're in the middle.
I don't know why this is doing this. This is interesting. Okay, it should normally just bring you... hang on, got you there and got me... Oh, this is got really wacky. Okay. Hang on a bit. There we are. At last. That was definitely playing funny games there, but never mind. Okay, so good evening, Helen. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Philip. Are you?
Yes. Don't call me Philip. So my mother called me Philip. When I hear that name, I think, no, what have I done? I run for cover. I really do. Oh dear. Anyway, lovely to see so many people on tonight. And yes, we say hello to everybody. We say hello to you, Helen. That's nice. Even Bevanga's here. Hello, Helen. Nice to see you again. And so is everybody else. So fabulous. So how's it been up there, especially during this particular lockdown time here? But have you had a nice time, a quiet time? What's been going on there?
Well, we've been doing the DIY jobs. Well, Kev has. But and I've been sat in the garden. We've had glorious weather up till the past couple of days, which
Okay.
I know you have storms in Spain, but we just had a bit of wind yesterday, some rain, been sunny again up here.
Some wind.
So what's dried all the washing. So to me, it's a lovely day.
Oh, the weather. I thought when you had a bit of wind, I thought, oh dear, you're going to be all right. Sorry.
Oh, you know if I had.
Oh, Deanne Fries, welcome to you from New York. So it's lovely to see some people different places around the world, and I think we're also going to visit from New Zealand tonight, so that may be interesting. Okay, Jay says hello from Dorset. She's down there in Dorset where she likes that scrumpy. Yes. Anyway, yeah, I like that stuff too. It's wonderful. Anyway, okay, so here we are. I'm going to get on with tonight's show about mediumship. It's about connecting with the spirit world. When you work here, Helen, do you just go and click straight into it? Or is this something that you need to, for example, meditate or anything like this? What do you do?
Well, I think that anybody can switch it on and switch it off, because if you walked around with it switched on all the time, you'd be wrecked. You just think and tune in.
Okay, just think and tune in. It's good to tune in.
Yeah.
Yes, there's very different ways of doing this, guys. If ever you think about taking up mediumship, quite a lot of us there would actually like to protect ourselves, whether it's like a white light, for example, or we're seeing a white light around you, or maybe there's a prayer that you want to give, or maybe there's a gemstone, for example, you just like to hold on to and you feel that that's what protects you. And that's always quite nice. And or in our case here, just to sit, just to relax, just to meditate, and even when I do these shows here, as much as it looks like it just looks like great fun, easy going. No, there's a lot of work I do in the background there to get myself into the right mindset to be able to just chill and get myself here, because then it just works easy that way. Okay, right, okay, so. If and when spirit come through to you, I know we had this question before, and maybe some things are working differently for you now, working online like this rather than working person to person. Is it changing for you where spirit comes through to you, but they make an impression, say, in a different way? Like, for example, I normally get spirit that come through on my left side, and my spirit guides on my right, and sometimes getting people make impressions on my front. And does it change for you? Is it still the same? What's going on there with you?
Some things have changed, but like I've said before, Philip, depending on how spirit want to show me or give me the give me the information, is how I'll just give it off. But like I say, every time I get in that bath, I don't know what it is. If it's the water, I start seeing like cine film pictures and giving
Okay.
information, which is
Okay.
that has just started happening.
Yes. Yes, that's interesting because water is a great communicator or a conduit, not conduit, a conductor of spirit energy, because water is that energy we associate with spirituality. And so when you're in a bath is one of the most, actually I've always find a bath one of the most amazing places to sort out your problems. Problems going on in your head, you just think about things, you're in the water, yeah, they all go away, they just goes down the plug hole when you pull the plug out. At least
Yeah,
that's an idea though, isn't it? It might not always work all the time, but it's an idea. Yeah, just plug hole, there it goes down all your worries down there, and you could just get out of the bath thinking, there you go, refreshed. Okay, Susan Flowers, Susanna Flowers, she says she likes to use black or Sabian, Orbison, get it right. And some other people like to use different things. It's totally what you want to do there. Yeah, she says, totally agree. Okay, it's true. I see angels when in the shower. Okay,
oh,
that's interesting. Okay, move over. Your feathers are getting everywhere. Get your feathers out of the way. Susanna, I know. I'm sorry. I'm humouring. Do apologise. Okay, Heidi's from the Isle of Wight. We've got on your left this time. Okay, Camila says on your left. Okay, it all depends which way it comes through, but it's going to be interesting. Always interesting. Okay, but I think all of you here, if anybody's thinking about taking up clairvoyance or like to do this sort of stuff here, one of the biggest golden rules here is to learn how to protect yourself, how to open and how to close. And a great friend of mine who was in New York, when I used to see her a few times a year, when she was a medium as well, and she used to wear a baseball cap and just pull the baseball cap over her third eye. So she'd walk down the street, put glasses on, and that's it. She was just zoned out. Or sometimes she'd go into, she felt very much like supermarkets, one of the worst places going, I think, for crazy, cranky energy. Sometimes just drive you potty. Yes. If it was like me, I'd just like to go in, I'd have that, and that, and goodbye. Yes. Anyway,
Definitely.
there we go. There we go. Okay. It's nice to see your leopard top on, by the way.
Wow.
Bring out your
You know,
wild
I
side.
like the
Oh,
leopard
my
skin.
Lord. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Okay.
Hello.
Stop.
It's a funny night tonight. I'm full of, how should I say, it,
Be
bouncing
careful.
energy.
Oh,
We'll
that's all
see.
right then. What are you going to say there? Be careful. You're on a live.
I'm a lady. You know that.
Okay. All right. I think the energy is coming up. I can feel it lifting, gently, gently lifting. You feel that energy lifting? It's coming up here. Okay. So, guys, what we're going to do tonight, we've got some of you guys here come in before the show starts. And we do our very best. I try to send out signals to the universe here. Say, guys, look, we got these guys written in first. We try our very, very, very best to hopefully get connection with the guys who've pre-signed in, if I call it like that, just pre-orders. And what I've got here is Heidi. Heidi wants to come through first of all, and she just wanted. She's gone for the color turquoise. So Heidi, if you're out there, good evening to you, Heidi. Lovely, lovely, lovely to welcome you onto the show. If you've never been onto this show before, just let you know what we do. There are several shows that go on throughout the week. And there's a Sunday show which starts at 7 o'clock in Spain, 6 o'clock in the UK. We've got tonight's show, which is 9 o'clock. And we've also got the Wednesday show, which is 11 o'clock in Spain or 10 o'clock in the UK. And they're all very different. We like to invite different guests on a Tuesday night, but our regular guest and great fun guest always here is Helen over here. Just over there, look. A big smile, always here, always good fun. And so, this is what it's all about. So, welcome, guys, if you've just seen the show before. Paul says, full of mischief. Someone's full of mischief tonight. Paul, I always look at you when you say that. I always do, thinking, Paul, what are you up to, man? I mean, I know you're out there somewhere. Man of mischief. Anyway, so Heidi's gone for the colour turquoise. Now, just warming up to Heidi here. In fact, I'll even take off my glasses for this one because I think it helps me out there. Anyway, now I can't see them. I'm in writing, can I? There he is. Okay, can her late mother please tell where I put her earrings for safekeeping whilst I was decorating? Okay, all right. Now let's have a look here. So, earrings for decorating. Now, although we start off with a question like this, we never do it with, oh yeah, they're in the cupboard on the third shelf and that's where they are. It never works like that. Spirit come over, and because we've got a doorway to these guys to come into this from the spirit world, they often like to come in and say, yes, but I've got a load of other things to say as well. In fact, Heidi, the first thing I'd like to say is 3 people coming over. 3 people. So though you're saying about your late mother, I also pick up 2 other people as well want to come over. And I also would like to say here, would you where was the boat, please, Heidi? Would you understand about a boat? I've got boats, first of all. I'm just going to talk a little bit, but Helen, if you would just like to jump in anywhere, by all means do. By all means do.
Well,
Go on.
when you spoke about a lady talking about earrings, I was just shown a pair of trousers and the pocket.
Okay, pair of trousers and a pocket. Pair of trousers and a pocket. Now, I got the feeling here they are definitely in the house. They haven't gone external. They haven't gone in the bin, because I really pick up the energy to say they're there. And it's interesting here because I've got real fun people coming over, real fun energies coming over for you, Isaiah, Heidi. And I'd also just like to say here, by this turquoise color here. Would you understand here as well about transforming energy around your heart? I really pick up change around here for you, like the way you've been thinking, the way you've been feeling. Like, for example, here, because one particular lady here, in fact, there's I've got one lady here, which I believe is your late mother, but also what I've got here is two younger people dancing around her, very, very, very happy. And they're coming through as well, and they want to show me here. Would you understand, please, about a little bits of money coming to you, please? And I get a feeling it's something that may have happened already, Heidi. So if you understand that, just a little bit there. And I'm also picking up here as well for you to say that I'm just tuning in as well. Come on now, there's a lot of sorries from over there as well to you. A lot of sorries, but these are more for men. I don't really want to go into why there's sorries on a show, but I'll just pick up sorries for you. And I also would like to say here too, though, that there's a cross. I've got a chain with a cross on it. I know it's very easy to see. This is very easy to say about a lot of people that had that in the generation, but they just want to show me this is for you. And just how daring, Heidi, are you going to be this year? Just how daring. Helen, would you like to go ahead with anything?
Right, well, I don't know if it's in connection with the lady you've been talking to, but earlier on, again in that bath, I was shown a television screen, and on this television screen, there was a picture that was showing me of like an old-fashioned picture of a lady, and she was sat down, but I feel it was a long, long time ago. And whoever this lady belongs to, I could see, not clearly, but I could see the outline of a man stood at the side of her, 3 children, and there should have been another child sat on the lap. But the child had passed, but there was questions around this child. I don't know what it was, and she's told me that her ring has been passed down through the generations of the family. But I don't know if it's already been made into something else or somebody is talking of changing it into something else.
That's a big point you get there. I get that. I get the thing it's been changed already.
But it's very, and I also got, I don't know whether it's the name of a place or a second name, like Ang Son, or there's a bit missing in the middle. That's all I could get. Ang, and then Son on the end. Whether it's a place or a name, I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
This woman looked very, it's not in the UK. It's nobody in the UK, because the picture reminded me of, when you see in the old westerns and you see they sat like that.
Yes.
So I don't feel it's in the UK, or this lady wasn't from the UK. If you understand what I mean.
Yes, I do. I do understand.
Ang, and then Son on the end.
Can I ask you this question? Because it's a funny one I'm getting here. Would this picture that you see, they say where they're like that and they're standing there in like a Western outfit, would this be a photograph which is done like as a fun family thing?
I'm not sure, because
something's coming up here.
Because I could see not the children themselves, but there was 3 little uns, and it could have been a husband next to her, stood. She was sat on a chair, but there should have been another child sat on her knee. There was questions around. I don't know if it was the child's passing or whatever. I don't know, but that was the significant thing she made me feel.
It's very interesting because, as what you're saying here as well, I get a huge, big family change. Not just because her mother's passed over, late mother's passed over, but family has changed down here. Enormous change. It's not the same anymore. And that's why I feel the heart is changing and repairment of some kind is coming in. But it'll be interesting. Heidi, if you're there, please give us some reaction. Please let us know that there. But thank you very, very much. Okay, right. Let's have. Who else coming in? Thyla says, hello, hi, hope you are all well. Well, we are well. I think everybody else is well. And Sally Bardell says, hi, hope everyone is good. Yes, we're good up here. Hope you're good up there. And, okay. Helen, you're full of smiles, says Cheryl. That's very nice. And yes, okay, let's go to move on here. Now, let's go to. This is could be very. This is Bex. This is Bex. Okay, good evening, Bex. If you're out there, good evening to you. I hope all is well in your world. And thank you very much. You've gone for the colour yellow. So the reason why I do this is because I work in colour therapy. I love this. As soon as I get a colour, it helps me to get straight into the spirit world and also energy around you, the etheric energy here. And your question here is big changes, big changes. Now, whether or not you mean here, are there big changes, or you're trying to make big changes, whatever it is, don't really know. But we're just going to go with the flow on big changes. So let's have a little look here. Now, one thing I'd say around you here is interesting. I'm getting this here is, in fact, I'll just slightly, if you're happy to go with this here, to go with Bex, by all means do. Do you want to start on this one? Start on this lady?
Well, when you mentioned the colour yellow, I got the colour green, which for me is emotions. And I feel that this lady's going through a change of her emotions, and it will turn out to be fine. And as I was talking, there's a gentleman coming through, and he's actually singing "Oh Danny Boy." So whether it's Irish connections, I'm not sure, but I wouldn't say he was a good singer. But he's making me say "Oh Danny Boy," whether he's talking about a Danny, or it was his name, or it's just the song. But there's Irish connections, and this person is going through a transition of emotions, which will get better. There is sunshine after the rain.
Interesting to get this. I also pick up for Bex. There's a. It's interesting about the singing man. I get another man coming through, and he's very unsure about coming through, but he is stepping forwards, and it's interesting here because he wants to give me here. In fact, there's two men. Two men. There's one man here. Bex, would you understand a gentleman who passed over? And I get the feeling here, and I'm going to say it on air because we can say it because this is life. But his life didn't end naturally. Naturally, there could have been something which he had a part of this. He had a big part of this here. And because I've got a gentleman here who says that he passed into the spirit world. He's over there and he's coming through. And I'm just picking up a name to do with his name. But he wants to come through and just say to you here that he's there. He's looking at you. He feels very embarrassed about what he's done. But he just says here, I was in a very difficult place. But although he's talking about himself, his message that he likes to bring through to you is, would you understand, Bex, is to stop focusing on the minor things, on the tiny things, but to focus on the bigger picture and sometimes just relax with this and go with a flow. Because he's giving me a lot of head strain, like I'm focusing, like down to a tiny points, and he's giving me this vibration here. Now, there's another guy over here as well, who's a very sporty guy, very fun of energy, big fun of energy, huge energy here. And he says here, he just gives me here the impression of scars over his body or difficulties with his body, his physical body. And he's just coming through to say to me here, he just says here, he says, things can present themselves to you as big coins, what looks like success or what looks like big things or success. But he's saying to me here, don't necessarily go for what you think is all that glitters is gold, because it's not. He's saying to me here, there could be jobs which are going to be offered to you, part of this big change you're going through. But hang on a minute, is this what you want? The money may look good, but is the job right? And that's what he wants to say to me. But this guy is sending you loads and loads of love. And he's just giving me France to you. He just says to me, travel, France, going away, having a nice time and just enjoying this here. So hopefully, Bex, that makes sense to you. But that's where we are. Okay. Anything else there, Helen, you want to add in for Bex?
Well, I think it might be for her. I'm not sure. But when you were talking about scars, I seen a man with burns on his face.
Okay.
His body, he just showed me, he impressed himself that he had a burnt face. And he just wanted to let them know that he didn't suffer because the smoke kills you before the burn. But he was unrecognisable with his face.
Okay.
And he popped in and out.
Yes. It's very interesting here because to add to Bex's story here, I think Bex, I don't think by the feel of this that you lead a life which you consider as being okay. No one's life could be the same as everybody else's, but it's like you, in one sense, here you want to fit in with the norm and do what everyone else does. On the other side, you're going no way, and the thing that says no way is the right way. It's the right way. That's what I feel. That's the impression I get. So I think it's a lovely energy for you. And I think as Helen says as well, there's this transition, there's this phase you're going through of hurt, an emotional change, but then it comes on. I think it gets a lot better. So how's that? How's that? Okay, let's go and have a little Sharon Jackson. Sharon Jackson says hello from the UK. I think we just said hello, Sally Mardell. She says, hope everyone is good. We are good. We hope you're good too. You're good too. And okay, let's have a look at. Now we're going to go for Susan K. Susan K. Susan K here. She's gone for the colour pink. And I just want to resonate in with the colour pink. And I'd also like to resonate here. Right. Okay. And the question is, should I stay in Spain? Should I stay in Spain? And I just want to listen out there to the spirit world, first of all, and see what I get here. Would you understand here, Susan, first of all, if I said to you at the moment, do nothing? Don't make any decision regarding anything. I get nothing that says to me here, you've got to move, you've got to change, you've got to do anything. It's just zilch. But it doesn't mean to say that, oh, great, that means it's all going wrong. No, far from it. I get the feeling here for you, Susan, is to say to you is that just doing nothing at the moment and just sort of going with the flow is a guided answer. Now, the spirit world give me the most oddest of things here, but I've got a very unusual oldish man here who's coming through with a terrific sense of humor for you, and he's right above me. Now, this is interesting because when I see this man here, what he's letting me know here is he's directly above you. So if I look to Father, or okay, or we're just going to come back to something else just a minute that Rebecca sent through. Maybe you guys can see it here, just come through on the feed, I'm not sure, but that's interesting. But anyway, coming back to you here, and what I see for you, it's very interesting, Susan, because this gentleman, he's just giving me a load of Brussels, as in Brussels sprouts. We're talking about earlier with Helen there, she's talking about wind, but I think that was about the weather. But no, I just get this feeling. But no, now would you understand if I said to you, this man is really funny, and all he wants to say to you is, would you understand you've got to balance yourself out with vegetables or improve your diet? That's one of the things he wants to say to you. He is giving me a key. However, don't rush towards buying new property because then he shows me two keys. And if you've gone for one key, then you're stuck because you kind of can't go for the other key. But then if you don't go for any of these yet, you'll then have the option of two keys, two properties. So, whoa, sit back here, sit back. He really wants to say to you to just take it easy. And he's saying to me here as well, he's a comedian, this man. Comedian. In fact, I think as I get on with him here, he's more impressing upon me. He just wants to let me know here. He's up from Northern Europe, wherever he is here. He's not English, but he would have a golden heart to a lot of people. He would forgive a lot of people, understand a lot of people, have a very good understanding. But his humor was hilarious. And he wants to show me here too to you. He says here, would you understand if I said to you that he just says to me, you're getting on top of things very well. He says to me, you're taking your power back on many things here. And he also wants to show me here, he loves his head off here because here we are coming out of this period of unlock here. Would you understand, as I said to you, that you're starting to meet nice people, which could almost make you think, well, I'll stay here. Let's see. But he's very interested here. And he says here that May was a turning point for you, but there's more turning points for the better, which is ahead. But very, very funny man. And he says here, he just looks at his heart. He says, I went over because of my heart. Went over there because he just took my life away, and that's the way it went. And he just says he wasn't very well. But big heart. And hopefully, Susan, if you understand that, that's great. Anything else there that you would like to say there, Helen?
I had a lady come through when you talked is it Susan?
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's for her. And as she came through, I feel it's a friend of hers, and she may have touched a breast, so I feel she went with breast cancer.
Ah,
She al she also pushed me back as though, when people get gallstones, they get the pain in the back, in the shoulder. Now, whether it was her that suffered with the gallstones or it's the person on the earth plane, I'm not too sure, but just to watch out for it.
okay, let's throw that out there quickly. Susan, if you're there, would you be able to respond to that and say yes? If you can't, then anybody else out there, would anybody understand here a lady had breast cancer? And in fact, let's just open this up here. That's the interesting one here. I was getting the feeling to do this. Anybody else who passed with gallstones and breast cancer. This was pointed there. That would be interesting. Yes, that'd be interesting there. Yes. Anybody else would like to comment? That would understand that. I know it takes a little while on the feed here to come through, but yes, sometimes it does. Anyway, Rebecca says, just to bring this back in here, she says, thank you. France, the France point is something I'd not told anyone. There is a lot I can take away from that. Thank you both. So that's fabulous. Okay, right. So that's what I see at the moment. Now, I'm just seeing if my feed is moving along any further than what it is. It might do. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hello. Okay, let's move on now to Helen G. Now that sounds like you, Helen. Well, have I got to give a message to you? What's going on here? What's going on? This is funny as anything. Have I got to give a message to you? This is just hysterical. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, Sarah, what we need to know from you is would you understand the gentleman above you on the family line who has great fun, very lively personality? He was there. And also, would you understand about the vegetables? Would you understand about a lot of things we said there? I know you said possibly. This is, I think you're talking about on the last bit that Helen was talking about the breast cancer and the gallstones. But maybe something there. If anybody else understands that, guys, get on the line now and fire in. Okay. Now, Helen Graham, not Helen Grady. I do apologise. Helen Graham. Helen else can be here now for the next 15 minutes giving you a message. That'd be nice. Okay, right. Now, colour purple. Let's go for the colour purple. And Helen Graham asks, are my parents okay? Are my parents okay? Now, I'm just going to open up here a little bit. Helen Graham says, are her parents okay? I would say here by the spirit world anyway, once we pop our clogs and down here, we go into the most beautiful place going. We go and we go to a place of peace, place of happiness. We'll go home, in which case is the best place going, where without the physical ailments that we had down here. And also we lose the emotions, the judgments. We still have love. Love is an everlasting thing that takes us from life to life. But we lose the negative judgments. We still hold our personality in the spirit world. But it's interesting. Here's one of the most oddest things that we have as mediums is because when you're down here in this lifetime, like for instance, you're called Sarah or Deborah or Rebecca, here's the thing. When you pop into the spirit world, you've then gone from a world which you come back into the other place here, in which case your spirit then's gone back to be a place where it's at home. What's your name then? It always fascinates me, that does. And they always come back to me and say here, just accept me who I was when I was alive. Oh, all right, I won't argue. Yes, there'll probably come some odd name of a far off galaxy that is their real name when we're in the spirit world. Always interesting. Anyway, okay. So, do you want to start on Helen Graham? Do you want to start there? Anything you'd like to pick up there?
Sorry, I was messing with me on the phone. Forgive me.
She's on her WhatsApp, she's on her Facebook, she's on all sorts.
I'm not from techno like you.
Okay, all right.
Question all the answers while you're talking.
Okay. All right. Okay. Anything that you pick up at Helen Graham about her mum and dad in the spirit world? I know I talked basically about this.
Now then. I'm not used to doing it like this, you see. I'm used to people just coming through and then now.
Okay.
A lady's voice has just said they found the sister. Now, whether the lady down here had a sister that's gone to spirit or the woman herself, her sister went before her.
Okay. Deborah, the producer, says yes. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Now then, I'm just getting happy family, but apparently now she's showing me that on the earth plane there was a time when there was a few words. It wasn't a happy family, but
Mhm.
it got sorted. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, I
And
do.
she's making me rub the tablecloth now. So I feel that the mother of this girl was like the matriarch of the family, because she sat at the table like I am, and she's making me aware that a lot of people sat round the table. So she was a bit of a staunch matriarch, pulled the family together. And when a mother passes, I firmly believe that they're the glue that holds a family together.
Okay.
And she's scuttering now. I don't know what she's scuttering out, but that's what she would do. This is a personality coming through. But scuttering, if you don't understand what it means, is not shouting nastily, but saying, "Oh, what are you doing?" Blah 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 blah. I don't know what you'd call it from down south.
Um,
But there's a lot that is still going on. The sense of humour. I want to
yes.
say a dry sense of humour.
Yes.
Who's the boss in the relationship?
Yes.
But at the end of the day, he had the last word.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, last word. Okay. Helen Graham says, very true. Very true. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Brilliant. Well done, Helen. Well done. Brilliant.
I think then obviously down here, there's a situation that I've been shown that people need to sit around the table and discuss things,
Yes. Yes.
sort things out, because things are not quite right. And she's showing me to sit round the table like it would have been done and discuss, not shout and argue and whatever, discuss. And things can be sorted out that way. Because when you sat at a table, everybody gets a turn to speak.
It's interesting here is because it's almost, I'd say here, Helen, where your family are concerned, this is the impression I get here from your mother. And in fact, I could pick up your mother and your father. Would you understand? Would you understand it that your father looked like a strong man, but your mother, I can understand here, she was the boss. So it's like your father would say, listen to your mother, rather than him speaking. Would you understand that? Would you understand it? Because I just get this man here, and his arms are folded. He's always saying, listen to your mother. So he'd like to exude himself as being a very strong character, but not necessarily super strong in that sense. But it just looks funny. But he's coming. One of the things he's coming through and saying here is, it's interesting here because would you understand here? The family has changed. The family has changed here, and she just says, "Yep." She says, "Family's changed." And would you understand here that your what's difficult sometimes here, Helen, is that because they've passed over, that the life you're now leading is that you can't live in the old values or the old ways, if that makes sense to you. Yes, the old ways are going. So this is why I pick up this energy here to say to you that maybe here, what they're saying here is, yes, we do need to probably, I think as Helen says, is to sit around a table and talk. But what is it that you're looking for in your life here? And what is it about the past that we sometimes got to talk about to let go of rather than holding on to and thinking we've got to live with this in the future because it's from the past. And if it's in the past, it needs to stay there. Taylor. And I think it's about what's in our heart. And she says, yes, defo, yes. And I think that's some of the reasons we need to feel that importance, that feeling there, that feeling. Okay, right. And I think that's the important part here. Right, just have a little tonic.
Oh, I hope there's no alcohol in that.
No. Okay, right. Okay. Susan Kay does recognise the man above her. She does recognise because he's a very, very funny man. Very, very funny man. Okay, so she comes through and says, and Henry Graham says, yep. Guys, this is what we'd like you to do. This is a show here which is free. We just ask you guys to share the love, share the light, share everything out there, and share this. We love our dragons on our show. I mean, do you guys out there know of any dragons that you love? Maybe, maybe. Maybe there are different types of dragons, but we love ours. And they're just carrying the messages of love, share, do everything like this and get the stuff out there that just says here, hey guys, this is a show we just like to share out there, and it's lovely to see so many people. And it's lovely to see as well, so many people around the world, because we've got Dan here from New York. I think we've got someone else here from San Diego. And we've got people on YouTube, and we've got people coming through on all different channels here. So lovely. And Rebecca coming through as well on YouTube. So yes, it's true. It's true. We do come through YouTube, Facebook, a lot. So isn't that nice? Now, okay, so glasses on. I'm just going to go back on my feed here and have a little look here, because I saw something I want to have a look. Okay, right. Just the producer says, press those hearts and share the love. Share the love, and that's lovely. Right, and I also get right. Jay is next. Hello, Jay. Jay would like a reading, and I'm picking up for Jay here. I'm just trying to see her colour actually, and just bring this on through and see what happens. Also, right. I love that. I love at least one dragon. Says Sarah. It's fabulous. That's nice, isn't it? Okay, here's what I'd say here. Just tuning into Jay. And I would just like to say, just tuning in. In fact, I'm just hearing and feeling the energy here. It's very odd doing it this way, but it works somehow. Bizarrely, it works. Because normally I'd say here, Jay, I need to hear your voice. I need to see a picture. I need to get smell a jumper or something, like to get some vibration here. Blue, she says. Blue, she says. Okay, I had a sneaky feeling it was going down that road. Right, okay, so Jay's got the colour blue. Now, Jay, one thing I'd like to say to you here is you're coming into something, you know, when you've got to read. Okay, it's like, for instance, like this. Someone says to you, right, read and learn about the tarot cards. And you're thinking here, great, I'm excited, but there are so many. How am I supposed to learn all those? You're coming into an experience here, which sometimes you're going to be shown here in advance. This is what you've got to know. This is what you've got to know. And I'm picking up here from a lady who just joins me. She's just joined me on the left side here. She was quite well set. I'm being very polite here because it's interesting. She's just saying she's quite a well set lady, but she just wants to join me. And she had glasses and she had quite a flat face here. And I'm just picking up from here that as she's coming through, she just wants to say here that look at you. She says that you're being shown something which looks like for instance, you've got to learn something big, and you're thinking, oh my God, how am I going to do all this? But actually, it is a process of time. So for all that you see your life in front of you, thinking this is going to be huge, it's going to be too overwhelming. How am I going to do this? No, you won't. You'll do it. You'll do it. Well, our minds are capable of amazing things. And also here, she's just telling me here that there's going to be a lot of talk with yourself and a daughter. So a daughter here, and it's going to be quite an emotional chat. And you can think it'll be like, let's meet up for a little chat and have a little coffee. And then it goes on for another coffee, then it goes on for dinner, and then there's another coffee, another tea. There's high tea. And you guys out there who don't know what high tea is, you do not know what you're missing. Anyway, and then it goes on again, and then you have evening meal, and then it goes glass of wine, and then it's one of these chats that go on and on and on. But there's a feeling here, like I feel you need a really heart-to-heart with your daughter here. I just feel a daughter, and hopefully you've got a daughter, because I pick up the energy of a daughter here for you. And to say you need to have a heart-to-heart, I think that's a big thing for you too, if you'd understand that. But big change coming in your life here, and it's interesting. I tell you what we're feeling here in this sense of blue, which is why it's so big and so awesome like this here. We get this strong sense, there's strong feeling here of like sometimes feeling a bit vulnerable or a bit insecure. And sometimes because we're talking to a daughter, we always like to be, I'm there for you, my child, although she's not a child anymore probably. But then sometimes we sort of equal each other out. And we do need to have a heart-to-heart. So hopefully that understands there. But the blue though is going to be shown here. You're going to see the bigger picture. This lady here who's going through does not want to show that she's old. She just says to me here wasn't that old, but she had a lot of health issues which were related to her size. So the size that she was put through is the reason why she passed over. So I'm actually got her side by side to me. She said it wasn't my right side, which is close to me. It's more her left side. Her left side, it's had problems. And she just says to me that's part of the reason why she passed over. In fact, yes, I've just heard diabetes. And so I hope you understand this lady. In the meantime, though, I'm going to go up there to the north of England, the very north of England, where it gets cold this time of year. There even be them little scallywags running around with little legs running around. That's the haggises running around the mountainsides.
That's Scotland.
That's not far from you. That's not far.
What way?
Love it. We never
Right.
know, but it's where we work internationally now, so them little things go everywhere.
Yeah. Especially on the breakfast.
Haggis and breakfast, oh dear God.
Like haggis.
Okay, right.
As you were talking, I had a lady coming through, and when you were saying to the person that you were just giving the message to, the blue colour blue, I got that there's a lot of healing that needs doing on the earth plane, and that's why she chose the blue. And this lady's telling me that she wants to do the tarot cards. Well, there's already somebody in the family who used to do the tea leaves, because as you know, I do the tea leaves, and both my grandmothers did. But this lady's relation, or whoever it is that's come through, said there was tea leaves done in the family. But there's a lot of healing going to the earth plane person, because not so much medically, how can I say, I want to talk about stress, because this lady's now making me feel as though I'm a bit anxious, I don't know what to do, and the hand movements would be like this. But calm down, just she's got to take something on the chin, this earth plane person who's this message is for. Take it on the chin and just move on. There's no point in looking back and seeing things through rose-tinted glasses and not making the right decision. You've decided, take it on the chin, move on.
Okay.
But tarot cards are a good toy to do. I've never done them. But if she tries the tea leaves, she'll be able to do that. This lady's telling me.
Okay.
And it is actually 2 generations up, because I just said, who are you? Where are you coming from? And she went 2 up. So it's 2 up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went to the side. I didn't go up. I went to the side. It was interesting. Interesting there. So, Jay, if you understand any of this information coming through for you, please just give us a little nudge just to let us know. It's always just nice to give feedback to you, and also so that we know you're there. We know there. The producer says we're live on YouTube, and just find out what she's been up to. In fact, just see, yeah. And your messages coming through. Here's all these messages coming through. You type. Dear, oh dear. And then all this stuff. Yeah, do you remember? You'd never believe how fit the producer is. She just runs here, runs there, runs everywhere. Bless her little heart. Jay Jones says, yes, thank you guys. Nikki Craddock says, hello, Nikki. Lovely to see you. Welcome to the show. Right, okay, let's now. Ellie says, brilliant show as always. Lovely to welcome you on, Ellie. Always lovely to have you around. Okay, let's go back here. Let's go back to London. Let me go back to London, and we can speak to a very nice lady called Mandy. Mandy. Okay, I'm just going to say Mandy. Mandy S. Okay, that's easy. If I go, no, I'm not even going to try. So Mandy S.
Stepniewska.
You could do it. You just show off. You just show off and do it your way. That's it. I might as well just walk off now. That's it. Just go. Hilarious. Okay, right. So, Okay, just as we quickly go and do Mandy here, Tonya Mills Williams, she just come on and says, "Hello, first time on here. Hello, Tonya, very nice to see you. Well, there's three shows. This is tonight's one. The next show is going to be tomorrow morning, and that's going to be at 11 o'clock in Spain time. If you would like to get a reading on any of the shows here, please message in on Messenger, which you'll find there, and just include your name. And also, always before the show. If you do it before the show, then we can do your reading. If you do it during the show, we need your information first before all that comes through. Yeah, hopefully that's right then. Anyway, so hopefully that understands that, Tonya. So just write in a question, write in a favourite colour, and you'll find a producer of the show, which is Deborah. She'll respond to you and she'll chip them backwards and forwards, and yeah, she'll get that going. Right, okay. So those of you over the other side of the world, it's time to get up. I've got to find what animal is it? What animal is it that makes a noise before you go to bed? I'm trying to think of one. I don't know. Anyway, that's one to get up in the morning, isn't it? How to find one before you go to bed. You know, just you go to bed, you hear an animal. Oh yeah, it's time to go to bed. Oh, maybe it's this. This is a sign. Yeah, when you hear that, it's time to go to bed. You get carried away with that now, couldn't we? Anyway, yes, Tonya, find our Cafe Clairvoyance, Tonya. Hopefully you'll find that there. But it'd be lovely to welcome the show, do a reading for you, and entertain all the gossip and stuff here that we thoroughly enjoy giving out to you guys. Right, okay, let's go back to Mandy. Oh yes, yep, she said it beautiful. Well, isn't that nice? Well, I'm very happy there. There you go. Mandy, yes. Good. Okay, Mandy, yes. Let's have a little tune in here. Let's see what we could bring out for what energy we've got here, bringing out here. And the first thing I'm picking up here, I don't want to pick it up there, is grass. Lots of grass. Lots of grass. Now, this isn't about grass growing under your feet, but this is grass. Something's growing for you. Something's getting bigger. Something's growing nice. I get a feeling here something warm coming into your life here, because Spirit will first of all want to bring me grass, like something's nicely growing around you and you're right. It's like, oh, life is getting a little bit better. Maybe something you're doing is actually working, or maybe actually not maybe, I pick up here something that you're doing now to make your life better is working. This is why I get the feeling of grass here. Very old gentleman here. bad chest, wants to come just straight through beside me here. And as I'm talking to him, he had a bit of a whiff about him. Sorry. He just showed me here. He had a bit of a whiff, like he didn't he might not wash so much. Sorry. But it's what he does. I'm sorry, I got to tell you it. He just says it. Yes, maybe it was. Sorry, you've got to have a laugh here. Anyway, he has a bit of a whiff by him, but he just wants to come through here to say that he's there. And he wants to give his big heart to you. But he also says here, he wasn't your father. This man wasn't your father. But he says he had a big heart for you, but he was very close around your father, whether it's your grandfather or a man, or even your father's brother, whoever it was here, because I can't quite see the link what he is. But he's got a big heart for you. He just said grandfather. Just his grandfather. Now, I just pick up a big heart here that he wants to give to you. He's really funny. Very nice man here. He had those low rim glasses. Just show me glasses, the low rim ones, where they're straight and then oval underneath. It's like you used to sort of, had a red like that, I don't know. But he just showed me these here, and he's just coming through for you. And he just says here, there's an uncle over there as well. It just says Tom, Uncle Tom or Tom. But he just wants to give me this name here to you, because this energy is coming through as well. Can't see the Tom, but I can hear this here. And he's telling me here to say to you, would you understand here, there is something about something, you're going to get recognition for something that is going to come back into your life, which you didn't get enough recognition for the first time round. But now you're going to. You're going to hear, and something's going to be very important, and I get the feeling here something's going to stand out for you, and you're going to go, I'm proud. But the spirit world is saying to me here that they're proud of you. And sometimes here they're saying to me that you just like to keep yourself to yourself, although you've got a big friendship around you. But they also want to bring through to me here is some very special friendships coming up in front for you. and how lovely and big-hearted this is going to be. But this guy here, very, very nice man, but he just, I'm not going to go too much about his energy, what he's telling me here, but he just wants to let me know that he's got a big heart for you, he's watching you, and he, yes, that's right. He just shows me something gone through his heart. Now, I don't know whether this was an object or there is something that's in his heart that caused him problems. I don't know what this is, and maybe you'll be able to answer that. But you just show me his heart, something's in it. Something's in it here. Maybe you'll answer that there, but that's my first bit. Okay. Helen, would you like to say anything?
Well, when you were talking to, is it Mandy?
Yes.
I got the impression that she needs to keep her feet on the ground, because when you were talking about the gentleman saying he was whiffy, I actually picked up on him because he said he couldn't help it because it was his waterworks problem.
Yes.
That was the whiff. That was the whiff because he made me smell it, and it was prostate trouble. But he was saying that she needs to keep her feet on the ground because she's been a bit airy-fairy at the minute. She's not being solid. I don't know what it means. I'll just give it as he told me. There's a situation around her that she needs to keep steady, is the word. Steady. Steady and steadfast. I also got the name. It sounded like a Stefan or a Steph something.
Okay.
I don't know if it was his name or he was connected with that name. And he's also telling me that he was glad that he passed because please release me, let me go. They wanted him to stay here, but he was glad to go.
Okay.
Because sometimes, as you know, we as humans are quite selfish and we want to keep people here, even though it's the time to go. And that was the situation around this gentleman.
Okay. Mandy, would you understand a sword, please? Thank you very much, Helen. Thank you very, very much. I agree with all of that. That's probably why it was quite whiffy. He just came on to me with this smell, but I can understand it medically with all these other issues. But also something in his heart. He wants to show me something now. I don't know if it's a stent or if it's something in him or that might have harmed him before he passed. But anyway, interesting here that as I'm picking up around as well, I got Mandy wants to show me a sword. Sword. Would you understand a sword connection in the family, which is passed down probably through the military, maybe the military or somewhere else? But I've got to get a sword to you. And also here to say to you that I feel here with this grass, well, they showed me the grass here, is a lot of new beginnings coming up. A lot of new beginnings. I know it's easy to say, but I'll just pick up here. A new life is coming up for you. But I think you're going to have a lot to talk about, lots of chitter chatter about here. But I think Helen's would be very right in the word she's using here when she says sometimes you need your feet on the ground. But yes, this is it. Hopefully that helps. Wow. Okay, loads of lovely new people coming along here. Lindsay Boylan. Hello, how are you? Welcome to Cafe Clairvoyance. A funny, lively, bouncy, never know quite what's going to happen show where we do mediumship, spirituality, astrology, and talks and chit chats like this. Anyway, we are about here coming towards the end of the show. It's now just coming up to 3 minutes past 10. But I'd like to say anybody, possibly the sword of truth, could be. Interesting here, but you're going to be offered a sword. The sword. Now, if you see this as a sword of truth, could be because I see something coming up for you which wasn't right at the time, but then comes back into your life, and then it is. That'd be interesting, now, wouldn't it? Anyway, right. What's going to go here? So, Helen, we'll be seeing you again very soon, I think, won't we?
July, I think.
July.
I'll be in Spain, I think. I don't know at the rate it's going.
It's weird at the minute because I'm not quite sure what's happening with the borders between Spain and UK. It's all a bit up in the air. But yes. Okay. So, guys, anything you'd like to say before we go?
Thank you for having me on the show.
Oh, always a pleasure. Always good fun. And guys, you
mentioned that Lindsay Boylan is my niece.
Oh my goodness, Lindsay Boylan is your niece. Hello, Lindsay Boylan, niece.
I say I wouldn't be able to do anything if she wanted a message off me because I know her.
Okay, okay. If I was giving a message straight now to Lindsay, I'd say here, be careful of her, but just be mindful of her right eye. Right eye. Eyesight. Right eye. Anyway, right. Straight back to the producer who says goodbye and please join us tomorrow morning at Cafe Clairvoyance Spiritual Astrology Show, 11 a.m. EU, 10 a.m. UK. Guys, we'd like to say thank you so, so much for joining us all over the world, because I know some people come here from extraordinary places, such as America, such as Weakness. Such as
Great.
all different places here, but just a big, big thank you. And a very, very big heart from us all. Very big heart. And a burger or a heart. Burger, heart, similar, very similar in meaning. And we'll see you guys very, very soon. In the meantime, good night. Good night. Big, big love from us. And yes, fabulous. See you soon. Good
Bye.
night. Good night. Good evening. And God bless. Bye bye.